All video games need
easy mode!
What? No!
I feel within
Oh my
me
God!
a peace
No!
above all
No!
earthly dignities. A still and quiet confidence.
Today's video is a question. Should all video games have an easy mode? Look, if you're a gamer and you're watching this video, I want you to weigh on this subject, okay? It's important that you do. Yesterday, I stumbled upon a video with the girl you saw yelling at you earlier, suggesting that all video games need an easy mode. Let's watch it together.
all video games need easy mode.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. My first instinct as a pro gamer was to call her a scrub
and get good.
But then, guys, I decided, okay, you know what? Let's take a step back. Okay, let's expand the mind. Let me open my brain to new ideas. There might be something new for me to learn here.
I'm gonna explain. But first, if you're one of those "you're not a real gamer if you play games on easy mode" people, you can scoot right along there, Buster. Cause listen, I love video games. I'm also very bad at video games. But I am a big kid with a big kid job and responsibilities like car payments, and I don't have time to be good at video games.
I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a personal problem. Immediately, I already feel like I can see what the issue is going to be here. This person wants things in a video game that suits their needs, specifically their lack of time to play it or their lack of ability to get good at it. Therefore, they're going to want the game developers to create something that caters to them. Which, guys, I don't think is intrinsically wrong at all. I think personally, using the basis that you specifically need something as the basis is why it needs to be required everywhere is kind of lackluster.
Side note, we are not hating on people that make video games a priority. If being good at video games is one of your priorities, what an excellent way to spend your downtime. I am flabbergasted by your skills.
Jesus, okay, she speaks really fast. All right, she said, we are not hating on people that make video games a priority. If being good at video games is one of your priorities, what an excellent way to spend your downtime. I am flabbergasted by your skills. I do specifically like that comment. Makes the dialogue a lot more friendly and basically saying,
Hey, I'm not hating on you people, especially those elite gamers out there who play video games all the time.
It's just not one of my priorities. I have many skills in this life, but beating Hollow Knight mini bosses is not one of them. I don't want a challenge. Life is hard enough. I want a cool interactive story.
Okay. At least she's being honest, right? She just straight up says specifically she just does not want a challenge. Now, in my opinion, that's kind of conflicting, right? If you don't want a challenge, but the creator of the game wants to create a challenging game, then I guess we're in a catch-22 situation, aren't we? Which I then think brings up the idea of something I never thought I would ever actually have to say out of my mouth. Is the fact that the difficulty of a video game is somehow gatekeeping people away from actually enjoying and exploring the story. Upon which I first thought about it, and I was like, does that make sense? And then, yeah, took a few more seconds to think about it, and I guess, yeah, video games do gatekeep people from progressing the video game through using challenges. That's actually a thing. But before we get too deep into that, let's see what more she has to say.
You know what happens is I get frustrated on a fight I can't beat, and I end up giving up, and I lose out on so much cool story. Video game creators, this is my plea to you. / on with the story. Easy modes, please. Thank you.
And yeah, that's the end of the video. She said thank you at the end, and you know what? I think that she was very respectable about it. So guys, from here, I did two things that involve you guys. Number one, I asked the question on Twitter, should all video games have an easy mode? Explain why. And if you guys want to see the results, it's right here. Apparently 57% people out of 18,000 votes think that all video games should not have an easy mode. Clearly disagreeing with the girl in the video. I also asked the same question here on YouTube, and there was a whopping 72% people here that said all video games should not have an easy mode. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you guys had to say. My boy Mudahar, aka Some Ordinary Gamer, said, I like hard games. I personally don't care if on a system-wide feature games just have some easy mode that changes damage value. In a single player game, it doesn't matter. I'd never use it since I personally just run the harder difficulties. The more choice, the better. So I'm still trying to figure out my stance on the entire situation, but I do agree with the whole concept that I don't care. Personally, I specifically do not care if game developers create an easy mode so that other people can play through it. Has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to touch it. So I literally just don't care. I'm not going to get mad that a video game developer decided to put an easy mode in a game because I'm just not going to use it. I also agree with the concept of the more choices, the better, okay? It never harms the game to allow you to do more as opposed to doing less. Now, here's the top rated comment that you guys posted here on the YouTube community tab. Gabby S said, no, not all games, but I think most games that aren't meant to be unbelievably difficult should have an easy mode, especially if it's mainly story oriented, because some people just aren't as good but want to experience the story first firsthand. Which I think is a really good point. It would be a shame for you to play a video game, but you can't continue with the story because you're not good enough to beat the game. You know what? I've never had to feel that, but if I did have to feel that, that would suck. But the counter argument that I've seen to this, that a lot of people are saying, is that if you want to experience the story, if you want to see more of the story and you can't get past it based on the difficulty, then you can just go on YouTube and watch someone else play it, which is also true. It's a fair point. However, you got to go outside of the realm of the actual game. So, Boblack said there's legit no downside to having an optional easy mode. More options is always better, which I think that I agree with. The only thing that I can think of is that maybe the developers might have to put more time and energy into making the game in a way where you have to change values to scale it down for people to play, or I don't know, maybe just the game developers have to create something that says invincible mode where you can just literally just walk and not get hit and progress the game. I don't know. I don't know how much time or energy that makes, but more options is always better. It's the same thing Mudar said. My boy Simple Flip said this: I think there are certain things for certain people, okay? There's hard games and easy games. Easy modes are cool, and I like accessibility, but to crush an author's vision if they want to make something hardcore isn't worth it. Continuing at the same time, beating a game and saying it was too easy is also very annoying, lol. So a good example that I can think of, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this game, is called Getting Over It. You're a naked dude in a pot with a pickaxe trying to climb up a mountain, and the game is specifically designed in a way to make you fail and lose, and it is incredibly challenging. In fact, it's so challenging that I actually haven't beaten it. Now, I know if I spent more time playing it, I could beat it, but I just don't want to, because the guy who created the game did a great job at pissing you off whenever you would fail, because you would start all the way back from the beginning and he would just basically talk crap.
What am I doing with my life? I could be doing anything, but no!
I feel within
Oh my
me
God!
a peace
No!
above all
No!
earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience.
So basically, if the developer purposely wants to challenge you and make you lose and make you fail, I don't think we should take away from that. My boy I'm Salt made this meme and he said, Mario says all games should have an easy mode because of accessibility. Everyone should be able to game. And then which Luigi says, get good, loser, LOL, GG, easy. Yeah, guys, there's like 1,000 replies, okay? There's no way I can read through all of it, but I will say this. I'll leave you guys with my opinion, and then in the comments below, you guys can let me know how you guys feel. In my opinion, in the year 2021, no, I do not think that all video games should have an easy mode. However, I do think that most games should have an easy mode, especially if there's a very strong, tantalizing story behind the difficulty of the game. One game that comes to mind to me that I found specifically challenging and absolutely loved was Celeste. If you guys don't know what Celeste is a game from the Nintendo Switch, one of the best games that ever came out, indie developed. And yeah, you jump around and fly around and you try not to die, and it's extremely challenging. However, as you progress throughout the game, you get encountered with a whole bunch of cool music, a whole bunch of cool characters, a whole bunch of cool stories. It's really just one of the perfect games I've ever played. So for me, someone not being able to experience that just because they're not good enough or they don't have the accessibility, it kind of sucks. And yes, they can watch a YouTube video. I agree with that, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of you having to get content from a game by going to another platform. Then again, I guess if challenge is the issue, to be honest, maybe the solution is just a story mode that literally has no obstacles whatsoever and only plays the story for you. If you're so desperate to see what more the game has to offer, you can just literally watch it in the game, story theater mode or something like that. Maybe they have an option for that, and maybe that'll make everyone happy. But yeah, anyway, I'm passing it off to you. Okay, the gate has been released. Now you can go into the comments and you can answer the question, should all video games have an easy mode? Before you go, if you made it to the end of the video, leave a like. It lets me know that you guys do like this new kind of content, and I can kind of figure out more ways to make more videos for you guys in between the news. And also, if you guys have any interesting videos that you guys want me to react to like this, send it to me, okay? That creates a discussion. No, like you laugh, you loses or whatever. I want to kind of talk. And lastly, if you have a question that you would think would make for a good video, then you can also send that to me as well, and maybe we'll pose it here. It's kind of like the opposite of the hot takes videos we used to do. So yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.